Good afternoon, Ramblin man here. I wanted to just start off by telling y'all that I am unvaccinated. It's no secret. My wife is vaccinated. And I know a lot of couples like that, whether their spouse, loved one, significant other, whatever you want to call them, are doing work on the front lines or just required by their work and they got vaccinated early on, whatever the case may be. I know there's a lot of spouses or people that have significant others that one is vaccinated, the other is not. I have a lot of family like that too. Now, I will say that whether you get vaccinated or not does not matter to me. Do whatever you feel is right for you. I just know if there's going to be one of those things where someone gets ill from taking a vaccination or has a problem, I am just that lucky that I would be that guy. And I took a lot of time deciding not to get vaccinated. I just decided not to. Now, what I want to say is, with all this stuff I'm getting into, here's what I want to get to. There are two other things that are the biggest killers in America today, and that is heart disease and cancer. Those two kill more than COVID each year. And did you know that there's a person has a heart attack every 43 seconds? Now, it would make sense if it was really that big of a deal that people are dying, that they would go out and make it a point. I mean, this is a constant every year thing. It only goes up. Like, I believe in 2018 it was 659,000 people. Now it's 690,000 in 2019. 2020 was 690,000 people died from heart disease. That's just heart disease. And then you have cancer. And then COVID, because it was such a new thing and just came up rampantly. And it's gone down quite a bit. But that was just the first year that they had like 345,000 deaths in the U.S. Now, what I want to tell you is this, though. So why haven't they shut down restaurants that sell food that's going to give you heart disease? Why have they not taken all the sugars out if they cause diabetes? And why have they not taken things? I mean, the FDA approves things, right? So you have things that they find out later cause cancer. Sweet and low, things like that, right? And I'm not using sweet and low, I'm just using the simple things like sweeteners, right? Because they're artificial. Anything you make artificial, there's a chance that you're going to, it's going to grow into something that is not normal or natural for the body. And then you have just some things, just cancer is going to come around. But we haven't helped ourselves at all because we keep producing things that are bad for our bodies. Now, that being said, why haven't we turned around and put sanctions on certain things? We're requiring people to wear masks even after they get vaccinated. I mean, the flu, now remember, the flu shot has been around for a long, long time. But even with the flu shot being around, there's still like 53,000 people, 55,000 people that die every year from the flu. I'm sure this last year that has decreased some, because if it came across after we found out what the CDC had done 180 million tests, I believe it was, and of that they can't differentiate between, they figured out that test can't differentiate between the flu and COVID-19. So some of the things could have been the flu, but came up as COVID-19. There's just so many different unknowns, right? So if you choose not to get the vaccine, I don't think they should be beating you up on social media, on other media platforms, talking about how this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Vaccinated people can still get COVID-19. What I've learned just looking at different things, that yes, there's still deaths. There's like 12,000 deaths or whatever of vaccinated people. But it's a lot less than those that are unvaccinated. Kudos to you. I just don't feel like taking the risk of there being side effects when, so far, knock on wood, I haven't ran into issues with COVID. If that happens to be it and it's my time, then great. Whatever needs to be the case, that's fine. What I'm saying is, though, people should have a choice and not, there's no reason the government should control whether or not you have or don't have a vaccine or some foreign objects put into your body. It's like forcing everyone to have birth control. One of the biggest things in America right now is unplanned pregnancies, and we turn those into abortions when we kill innocent people, okay? But you're going to say that it's okay to but we don't force all our children, you're going to have to take birth control. No, we don't do that, because that's not right. You don't want the government controlling that. So why is it okay for the government to control a vaccination? And if you're liable to get it, if we're all vaccinated and we're still getting it, but we're just not having as bad as symptoms, if you want it just to say everyone should get it and the unvaccinated are spreading this, so are the vaccinated. Vaccinated people are spreading this too. That's not the issue. The issue is people are so uneducated, they're thinking that if everyone's vaccinated, no one's going to die. Not the case. You still can get it vaccinated. You still can suffer from it. You just won't have as bad of symptoms a lot of the times. It doesn't mean you can't die. It doesn't mean you can't be hospitalized. It just lessens your chances. So quit with all this rhetoric of it's a pandemic of the unvaccinated. It's going to go around and around, and if you think about this, they keep having new strands pop up. You have this Delta variant right now. They've had the UK variant, all these different variants, right? Now the Delta variant, and it comes back. At some point, they're going to have to modify the vaccine, if you want to call it that. It's not really a vaccine, it's a booster, whatever you want to call it, it's a shot. But they're going to have to modify that to incorporate these strands. It's not like this is if they made this vaccine, or whatever you want to call it, and it covered everything that could ever pop up with a different strand, that'd be the first time in history. Because there's not a shot that just like they never have to. That's why the flu shot has to change every year. They have to change it because it morphs. It changes into something else that's a new strand. That's why you have influenza B, and A, and all these other things. Same difference. So if you think I'm wrong, go ahead and say whatever you're going to say. But I'm just telling you, I'm just trying to put it out there and tell you. I'm not giving you bad information. I'm telling you facts. Their heart disease kills more people every year, but we just say, hey, you see all. It would be like this. So on the TV, it talks about all the fattening things and how great they are. Show up, let's do it. Let's go eat some fattening foods and die from heart disease. But do we do that? No, we're just like, this looks good. Let's go get us a Big Mac right now and fries and eat ourselves into a coma. Then on the flip side of that, on the very next deal, you'll see somebody on the media telling you better wear a mask, you'll get COVID. One kills twice as much as the other, yet we're encouraging you to go out and make yourselves more miserable and less healthy. On the other hand, get a shot because you can save lives, when that's not guaranteed that you're going to save lives. It's just not. So quit feeding us that crap. Let everybody choose what they want to do, and quit trying to push blame just to unvaccinated. Just quit. And cancer, we all know how cancer is and what it's done. And if you don't know someone with cancer, you probably don't know that many people. Because somebody that you know has had or has cancer or has died from cancer. I'm just saying. And there's certain things that can help for cancer, but why aren't we pushing those meds for free? Why just COVID-19 vaccinations? Why not do chemo for free? Because there's too much money in it. That's all there is to it. There's just too much money in it. I just don't understand. It's crazy where we're in right now. But you know what? If you don't believe what I'm saying, just do some research yourself. This is crazy how we're pushing this narrative of the unvaccinated are going to kill us all. Yet, here we are. It's not the unvaccinated. It's the people with heart disease and cancer. And you see the government's not really doing anything about that. So, surprise, surprise. That's all I got for you today. It just kind of hit me funny. I just thought I'd share it with y'all. Y'all have a good one. Ramblin' Man, out.